NBA Tuesday, here we go. We got 5 games on the slate. Click that like, hit subscribe. Good day yesterday in the NBA. Hope you put the Warriors in that money line parlay we were talking about. Hope you used the Mavs. We said we had a lean, wasn't a play. We did give out the Celtics. They won by 32. The Rockets covered the money parlay. Heck, they covered the straight. We gave out the Cleveland Cavaliers. They won. We didn't win that half unit on the Bulls under. We gave a lean to the Jazz. They covered. The Nuggets covered the parlay, and we gave the Blazers. So we swept the board yesterday outside of the under. Just a great day in the NBA. Let's see what we got for you. Again, click that like, hit subscribe. We're all about helping you become a better handicapper, giving you stats and trends to help you pick your own games. If you don't want to pick your own games and you just want all of our plays, watch the videos or go to breaktheboardsports.com. You can get all of our plays $1.37 a day. Here we go. Philadelphia 76ers at the Washington Wizards. The hometown Wizards for me, who absolutely suck. Sixers laying 3.5. Your over-under is 237.5. Now, 54% of bets, 46% of the handle, or 54% of bets and 54% of the handle going to the over. 46% of bets and 46% of the money going to the under 237.5 on this one. As far as the spread, totally lopsided as far as bets compared to handle. Ticket count, 79% on the Sixers, 43% of the money. For the Wizards, only 21% of the money, 21% of the tickets, but 57% of the handle. So the Sharps liking the Wiz kids here tonight. Again, Washington just a really struggling franchise. Washington comes into this game 1-2. Philadelphia undefeated on the season in this one. Couple stats. Philly 2-1 ATS so far on the season. Washington 1-2. Now, over the last 10, Philly have won 7 of the last 10 meetings outright with the Wizards. And they're on a streak 7 of the last 8. So they've been really, really good. Neither one of these teams are very good ATS dating back to last year. Sixers just 5-12 ATS over their last 17, and the Wizards are just 6-13 ATS over their last 19. And the other thing is the Wizards just really struggle to win ball games. 4-15 straight up their last 19 games. But the over may be a way to look here because the over's cashed 4 of the last 6 games the Wiz kids have played in, and it's cashed 8 of the last 11 games head-to-head between these two teams, and it's cashed 5 of the 7 times to the over in Philly's last 7 games. So, again, both of these teams really playing to the over. When you look at last 10 games as far as some home and away trends there, Washington as a home dog just 2-8 straight up, but they are 500 ATS on that 5-5. And then straight up as a road favorite, Philly 8-2, but more importantly, 7-3 ATS. And also as a road favorite over the last 10, they're 8-2 to the over, including a streak of 7 in a row. I get some people are going to bet Washington won because home dog. They're also going to bet it just because of the fact of, hey, don't think Philly's that good. And, you know, they're going to lose one of these games eventually because they've started 3-0. I get all that, but I just don't think that's a good enough reason to bite here and take the Wizards. Now, I'm not laying points with this Philly team. That's for sure. I don't think they're any good either. By no means. I mean, Joel Embiid, he's going to be out. Barlow's out. George is out. McCain is out. So they're missing some pieces. I will say this. It's Wizards or nothing plus the points. Listen, I'm a hometown guy here in Washington. I just can't take the Wiz kids. Can't do it. But look, there's some 4s also starting to pop up. So, again, I would lean dog or pass here for me. Again, click that like, hit subscribe. Next game on the board, one of my favorite teams. I gave a ton of futures out on them. If you had watched our futures show, the Charlotte Hornets catching 6.5 at the Miami Heat. The over-under 241.5 in this one. Now, as far as the over-under is concerned, bets are split 50-50, right? Tickets perfect 50-50 down the middle here as we set on Tuesday morning. But 79% of the handle going to the Hornets, 21% of the handle going to the under there. Now, as far as the spread, 79% to the over. A little tongue-tied, apologize. 60% of tickets to the Heat, 40% of tickets to the Hornets, but only 29% of the handle going to the Hornets, 71% of the handle going to the Miami Heat. When you hop into some trends, Charlotte 4-1 ATS their last 5, Miami 6-3 ATS their last 9, but Miami straight up 2-5 over their last 7. Charlotte is 3-13 straight up over their last 16 games. But again, they were very injury riddled last year, and that's a new look team now. You got Miller back, Ball back, bring in Con Knipple and Sion James. The under is cashed between these two teams 5 of the last 6 meetings. And also Charlotte and Miami 4-2 against the spread the last 6 meetings between these teams. Over the last 10, Miami is a home favorite, which they are laying 6.5 in this game. They're just 3-7 straight up in the same ATS, 3-7. So in the role of a home favorite, Miami hasn't been very good. As a road dog, Hornets 2-8 straight up. However, they're 7-3 against the spread. Total flip-flop, and we're talking spread, not straight up here. And then they've covered 6 straight on the road as a road dog in this one. Both teams come in 2-1 straight up, 3-0 ATS. Miami has taken 7 of the last 10 meetings in the series, and more importantly, they've taken 7 of the last 8. Now, Miller, he's going to be out today with a shoulder. Hero, he's still out, going to be out for a long time. Listen, I would grab, as always, my dog loves any kind of sound there is. But anyway, I would take the Hornets or nothing plus the 6.5. I'm actually going to make that a play today. Let's take the Hornets for a single unit plus 6.5 minus $1.10 for our first NBA play today. Next game on the board, Sacramento Kings facing the OKC Thunder. The defending champs are laying 10.5 at home. Your over-under is 227.5. Now, 83% of tickets, 64% of the handles going to the over. 17% of tickets, 36% of the handles going to the under. Now, as far as that spread at 10.5, 57% of tickets to the Thunder, 43% of tickets to the Sacramento Kings. I like the way the Kings got some really good pieces and can score the ball. It's just, I feel like they're so close to turning the corner. Monk, Sabonis, DeRozan, like they got dudes. It's just kind of putting it all together. 58% of the money on the Kings, 42% of the money on the Oklahoma City Thunder in this one. Thunder undefeated 4-0. Kings come in 1-2. Kings have not covered a spread yet. They're 0-2-1. Thunder, while they've been winning games, is just 1-3 ATS. Now, these two teams have split the last 5 matchups. Caruso is going to be out with a concussion. Williams is still out with the wrist. And then Murray is out with the thumb for the Kings. One thing about injuries in the NBA, it's really hard who's in, who's out, and all that. But I will say this, and I've said this for years, don't focus on the injuries as much because that's built into the line, and Vegas knows what's happening way before it happens. Most of the time, they're really good on that stuff. Last 10 snapshot as a home favorite, OKC 9-1 straight up, including 6 in a row, and 6-4 ATS. Straight up as a road dog, the Kings are just 3-7, but they're 6-3-1 ATS. They've been able to cover the number, which again, in betting, that's what matters. Kings, though, have not covered a game in their last 5, and they're also 0-5 straight up and 0-5 ATS the last 5 versus OKC. So Kings won 5 in a row, but now OKC's taking the last 5. OKC on a 5-game winning streak, and over their last 11 games, OKC 10-1 at home. Really tough to step in front of that. But I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to play a unit on the Kings plus 10.5. I'm going to take another road dog. Again, I think the Kings can score. Thunder, they've just kind of been getting by. I'll take the Kings here plus 10.5. So we got the Charlotte Hornets plus 6.5 and the Sacramento Kings plus 10.5. Next game on the board, New York Knicks at the Milwaukee Bucks in this one. Knicks laying 1.5. You're over under 228.5. Now the over under totally flip-flop. 72% of bets going to the over, but it's only equating to 23% of the handle. 28% of bets to the under, but 77% of the handle. Now that spread 1.5, it's all love on the Knicks. 67% of tickets, 81% of the handle going to the New York Knicks. 33% of tickets, 19% of handle going to the Milwaukee Bucks in this one. Now, Bucks in Milwaukee, Knicks are 5-0 straight up against the Bucks, along with 5-0 ATS over the last 5 meetings. However, New York just 1-4 ATS over their last 5 on the road. Bucks 5-1 ATS their last 6 games overall, and the Bucks are 11-5 straight up their last 16 games. The over between these two teams has cashed 4 of the last 5, and more importantly, the overs cashed 5 of the last 6 between these two teams when the game's been played in Milwaukee. If you look at the snapshot over the previous 10 games between the two teams, now both come in 2-1, but the Knicks are 2-1 ATS. Bucks are 3-0 ATS. Again, the Knicks have won 5 in a row after the Bucks won 5 in a row against them. Now, Kuzma's day-to-day with his Karl Anthony Towns, he's day-to-day. Robinson's day-to-day. So, again, I don't put a whole lot into injuries in the NBA. Obviously, it's a game where you got to keep your ticker going and all that stuff. I will say live betting is always the best unless you can find a pre-flop there somewhere along the line. So, like, we took the Kings plus 10.5. The hope would be the Kings in the first half get up like 12, and you can steal OKC like -3 for the game or something, -2, -3, and then you have a chance to middle. Not something I do a lot, but just something you have options with. Again, in-game betting is so good. Clippers laying 1.5 at the Warriors in the nightcap. You're over under 223.5. As far as that Knicks-Bucks game, I'm going to stay away from it. For me, it would be Bucks or nothing on the lean, but I'm just going to stay away. Clippers at the Warriors. Clippers laying 1.5, over under 223.5. Now, 81% of tickets are going to that over, but it's only equating to 18% of the handle. 19% of bets going to the under, equating for 82% of the handle. So huge discrepancy there. Right now, Clippers are getting 38% of tickets, but 74% of the handle. Shows me some pros are going there. And then the Warriors, 62% of bets, but 26% of the handle. Clippers are 13-5 straight up their last 18 overall. But the Clippers haven't been very good covering spreads. 1-5-1 ATS over their last 7. But they've been really good at covering them against the Golden State Warriors. Clippers have covered 6 straight against the Warriors. The over is cashed 5 of the last 6 games for the Warriors at home. It's cashed in all of their last 6 games overall. And against the Clippers, when the game is in Golden State, 4 of the last 6 have went to the over between these two teams. Now, as far as coming in, Warriors 3-1, both straight up in ATS. Clippers 2-1 straight up, 1-2 ATS. Clippers on a heck of a run here, though, straight up. They've beaten the Golden State Warriors 7 straight times, and 8 of the last 10. They've just absolutely owned them here. Bradley Beal, he's going to be out today. Al Horford's going to be out. Melton for the Warriors is going to be out. Again, I would look for an in-game thing. I would either lean. There's some 2s out there that present themselves. I would either take Clippers +2 or stay away, but just not going to bite on it. I'll see if I can get something in-game that's a little bit better. But I do have a single unit on the Hornets +6.5, single unit on the Kings +10.5, both of those -110. Click that like, hit subscribe, check out our World Series and NBA shows today, NFL, college football. Again, Break the Board Sports, where we give you stats and trends to help you become a better handicapper. Again, if you want our plays, breaktheboardsports.com, $1.37 a day for every play, every sport. College hoops is on its way. God bless and happy handicapping.